Hello, this is Jamie Magrich. Welcome to Jamie's Craft Table. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. Okay, so let's get started here. Again, I used a card base from this Basics pack. I got it in 2018 at Tuesday morning, and it's got a lot of different designs. Okay, so I started with the card base, and I cut off 1¼ inches, and I trimmed off that raggedy edge that you get when you tear it out. Oops, that one's got the here, see that raggedy edge? I trimmed that off, so I have a little bit smaller than 1½ inch piece there. This piece, okay, so that's the first pieces I need. I have a piece of Whisper White to stamp on. I have a scrap of Old Olive to stamp my sentiment on. I'm using Cottage Rose, this stamp here, and the matching die, coordinating die that goes with it. For my sentiment, I'm using Happiness Abounds, this Best Wishes, because it's small and it fits. Actually, I don't think it is that one. Must be I'm using this one. I don't remember what I get. Yeah, it's this one, Best Wishes from Special Moments. Okay. I'm using this die here. I cut out this nice lacy edge. This is the die that coordinates with the stamp. I'm going to use this little tag die here to cut out my sentiment. I've cut out 3 previous. These are from my scrap bin of these leaves, and these are soft seafoam, I think. And then I've got 3 of these dies here, and again, these were in my scrap bin. I've got a little drawer of extra pieces and parts, so that's those. Okay, so let's put this aside. The first thing we're going to do is go ahead and stamp and get those things on their way. I'm also going to use a few blends. So I'll use my Memento ink. Ink this. Sorry if I'm wiggling the camera. That up well. Go ahead and stamp it. Just giving good pressure all the way around. Okay. I'm going to come in with my blends and give it some color. This one's almost out of ink, I think. My Pool Party. So I'm going to, oh no, this one's doing well now. Okay. And the color pretty much the whole flower with this. This is Dark Pool Party. Maybe it was the Light Pool Party I was almost out of. I don't know. I'm not going to color the center the green. I'm going to color the center yellow. I'm leaving a little bit of white towards the tips. Okay, I'm going to color these leaves as well. It's going to be like a monochromatic type colorway. Okay, I'm going to come in, I think I'm going to use light Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to do a little bit of this down here at the bottoms of each one of these petals. wherever those lines are written in already. I don't want to wait for that first color to dry because I want them to blend together. But if you oversaturate the paper, then they'll bleed outside the lines. Okay, then I'm going to go back in with that first color and blend those in a little bit together. So I'm going over what I already colored a little bit. Okay. And I'm going to come in with a dark Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to add just a little tiny bit of that. Not much at all. Those areas where it's going to be the darkest. I'm just going to touch in a little bit of color. I don't know if you can see. I'm just barely touching in the color there. Okay, and again I'm going to go in with that light Bermuda Bay, blend that out. Okay, oops, I missed one here. Okay, again go in with that light, blend it out a little more. Okay, now on those leaves, I forgot to add the darker on the leaves. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of this darker color. Okay, then I'm going to come in with the yellow. It's a light Mango Melody. I'm going to do the center. I'm going to add a little Mango Melody on each one of these leaves. And I'm going to come back in with that light. I'm going to blend. I'm not going to go totally over the Mango Melody, but I am going to on the little bit. Looks like a green color. Okay, that's my coloring. Focus. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my machine here. And I have done with my You're probably not going to be able to see. I'm going to bring in my die. I'm going to line that up. Let me do it on this side so maybe you can see. A little more light over around this side. Make sure it's all on the plate. Run it through. I don't know what I do with my mini. Alright. And that aside, bring in this piece. Let's go ahead and stamp the sentiment. Bring in that little flag. I'm just going to run it through. All right, I've got all my pieces. So we're going to come in with our lace piece. Now this was I think it was 2¼ inches. Might have been 2 inches. And you can see I put it really close to the edge, but not to the edge. Okay, so I'm going to put a little glue here along this edge. I'm going to center this on the card, but I don't want it to hang off the edge here. The glue's on the top side of it. And I'm happy with where it is. Centered. I'm going to close the card. Okay, that'll adhere it to the front of the card. And I'm going to bring in my snips. And I'm going to trim these off. I'm going to kind of round this lace here at the edge. And then I'm going to trim it straight. Okay. So here I'm going to just round this edge. And then I'm going to come here and cut it straight. Oops, so I'm going to trim this one. Okay. Now this piece that we cut off of there, we're going to put on the inside right here. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue here, just a little bit here. And we want the dots to be on the inside. Just about like that. Should be exactly the same size as the card because we cut it right off of it. Okay, so that's that part. And that's so that if you write on the inside here, it's not going to show through as long as you don't write on that bottom part. Okay, now we're going to bring in our flower. And some foam tape or dimensionals. Grab some dimensionals. Can't pick it up. Put a couple on the back here. Put a couple more. I like it to stay where I put it. Okay, take those backs off. Okay, I'm going to set it here, but I don't want to push it down yet. So I'm going to want to put a couple of those flowers underneath it. And I see a spot that's not blended as well as I'd like it to be. I'm going to come in and hit it real fast there. Okay. All right, now let's come in with these other little branches that we cut. I'm going to stick one here. Oh, my glue's spewing here. So I just put a little glue on there. Whoops. Well, just going to tap it in there. I'm going to tuck this one in here. I think I only need 2 of these big ones. Tuck one in over here. Yeah, I don't think I need that one. And then these little ones. Just a little tiny bit of glue. One goes here. One goes here. See, I just put a little bit on the back and then one goes here. Okay, then my best wishes, I glued flat. Right here. There you go. There's the card we just made together. And here's the one I did previously. Well, thank you so much for joining me today at Jamie's Craft Table. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope you can find a little bit of time to play with some stamps, ink, and paper.